What up, Boosties? I'm Gabriel.
I'm Manny.
And we're the Boost Brothers. Today's topic is how important is oil changes?
Gotta keep those parts lubricated.
The memories bleeding.
What up, Boosties? Welcome to another video. Today's video, we're actually gonna get something you might think is a joke, but it's the truth. The importance of an oil change. A lot of people in this society, in this world that we live in, they think the oil changes are nothing. They just think it's whatever.
It's just a routine type of thing.
And it's a scam. Like, oh, they could go when they say when you get your oil change done, it says you should be back at this mileage or at this date. They usually go beyond it, but they don't understand the importance of an oil change. You gotta understand what the oil does is basically keeps everything moving. It's the lubricant.
It keeps every single part in that engine lubricated at a right temperature. It keeps everything running smooth.
So exactly.
Once everything's not running smooth, that's when you have a real big problem.
So what it is basically like, say this. Say you have my finger here, and you just basically you're rubbing it. If you don't get oil changes, that's all it is. It's just rubbing. You're just rubbing fire. And what happens when you do it? You create friction. And when you create friction, usually especially when it comes to cars, you expect explosions, fires, a lot of mechanical problems.
Yep.
What it is basically, the oil is basically, I see as a lubricant that goes right in between that friction and stops it, makes it smoother. It basically saves it. It's probably the most important thing in the car for itself because it eliminates everything before the issues come.
Exactly. It prevents long-term issues. And also, pretty much, it makes your car last much longer.
Exactly.
That's one thing that most people don't realize.
How often do you recommend an oil change?
Honestly, me personally, it all depends on the car. It definitely depends on the car. It depends on whether the vehicle is a performance car or if it's just a regular daily driver.
So let's do
like a commuter car. A performance car, honestly, because if you have a performance car, you're rarely going to drive it. I would probably recommend maybe every 3 to 6 months, to be honest with you.
You're gonna do time, not mileage.
Not mileage. No, because you don't really drive the car.
So every 3 to 6 months. You got that's a very wide range. You gotta be more exact. I would say definitely once to twice a year. Once or twice a year. Okay.
Once or twice a year on a performance car. Like if you have, let's say an M4, RCF, a GTR, a Lambo, Ferrari, any type of vehicle like that. You like a GTR. I love the GTR. That is pretty much, it's literally like once a year, twice at the most.
If it's a daily drive, I usually recommend in my business every 5,000 miles.
Yes, 100%.
Every 5,000 miles. A lot of people like to push it at 7,000, 10,000. You're out of your mind in that aspect. 7,000.
Depending on the miles. Depending on the oil. Sorry.
Yeah, true. 7,000 miles. Look, yeah, you could get away with it. 10,000, you just push yourself. I don't care if it's a brand new car. You're just setting yourself up for disaster. Oil changes are the keys. It's the keys to success for that vehicle to last a long time.
Exactly. And then you gotta understand is that an oil change costs you what?
$20. You got
depending on where you go.
Exactly. $20, $30. I didn't even know.
And if you get a full synthetic oil, you'll probably be paying what, $60, $70 the most.
Come on.
And then just to pay that $60 to avoid, and I've learned this from experience. I didn't do an oil change way back on one of my cars. I guarantee you that $80, I wish I would have paid that, as opposed to a couple weeks later paying $3,000 to fix something in the engine of my car.
That's what it really comes down to. It's like you're really gonna be cheap enough not to just change the oil, go out of your because the thing is, a lot of people, it's not even the money. It's that they don't have the time.
Exactly.
Make time though, because you don't want to be that person. You driving to work and you hear boom 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 boom, and you have to get pulled over to the side because you can't get to work because something messed up or something went wrong with the motor, and then you need a new motor, and you're not even covered or anything like that, and then boom, you're screwed in that essence. Also make sure, because I actually happened to a coworker of mine. Make sure you go to the right people to get the car done, because it's just you gotta look out. You never know, anything could happen. I don't want. But
honestly, with anything in general, anything that has to do with the car, make sure you always go to the right people.
That's what it really comes to. You gotta go to someone, and always keep an eye. You always take care of your cars and everything like that, but always keep an eye on the car itself.
You have to find somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that knows you personal, somebody that knows your car better than you. Obviously, if you don't, especially if you don't know about cars, but you want to know somebody that knows inside and out. That if you take it to a dealership is obviously going to tell you what they want you to know or what you want you to hear. But you want to go to your own mechanic. You want to go to somebody that you've known for years, that has worked on cars with you, that will tell you, hey, look, you need to do this, and that. You don't need to do this other thing yet, but it's going to take care of that car. That's what you need to do. You need to, when you have a car unfortunately is a liability. You need to focus on that vehicle to make sure that it's up and running so that you could get from point A to point B without any issues.
As always, guys, oil changes, do them. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get away with it. It's better to pay 60, 20, 30, 40 bucks now than pay thousands later.
Exactly, 100%
And
true.
had to get a new engine. Once again, we're the Boost Brothers.
And we just here to entertain, baby.
And remember, stay passionate and enjoy life. Always. Oof.